Sunday Night Football gets a special setting as both Wisconsin and number 3 Notre Dame travel for a battle in legendary Lambeau Field in real life. But in our version of the game, Lambeau has received a bit of a makeover, as has the area surrounding the stadium. Because Notre Dame is the home team, the stadium has been transformed to look just like Notre Dame Stadium. Wisconsin is coming off a 4-8 season, its second straight losing campaign after a long stretch of winning seasons, and senior cornerback Javon Robinson will be counted on to help lead the Badgers' defense. Notre Dame enters after an impressive 10-2 season, narrowly missing the college football playoff before ultimately declining a bowl invitation. Preseason first-team All-American junior cornerback Leonard Moore headlines a talented Irish defense. With most of Week 1's action already in the books, this Labor Day weekend Sunday night matchup gets the national spotlight. A slight chance of rain and a comfortable late summer evening set the stage for a 7 p.m. kickoff. Lambeau may be wearing Notre Dame colors tonight, but the Badgers are hoping to leave Green Bay with something that belongs to them, the win. It's the Wisconsin Badgers taking on the third-ranked Notre Dame Fighting Irish, coming up next.
One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. A Week 1 showdown with both teams hoping to start their season off on a high note. It's the Wisconsin Badgers and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Here in South Bend, this is one of the most revered college campuses and college football shrines. You know, touchdown Jesus, all of the excitement at Notre Dame Stadium. You hear the echoes of the Irish every time you step on the field. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Badgers will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So Notre Dame's offense who will have the football first. And here comes the typically reliable Jordan Faison. He's a good route runner, good solid hands, and a big part of this passing attack.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in. We just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip, right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. Here's Carr to throw. But a little time, lets it go. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. Catches it at the 15. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense takes the field for the first time in this game. They'll be matched up against one of the best secondaries in the country.
And, man, I can't wait to watch this chess match today. This defense, they are so buttoned up, man. They are dialed in. They know exactly who they are. They can run zone. They can run man. They can stop the run. Like, they make things really hard for quarterbacks, Jesse. And this quarterback on the other side, he's pretty dang good. So I'm excited to see this matchup.
He's really good. He just has to be keyed in on timing. The ball has to come out on time. You can't stare things down against this defense because they're going to make you pay. And they try to make you see ghosts. I think one of the really good things about this defense is that they do a nice job disguising their coverages and changing the picture pre-snap to post-snap. So we know this quarterback physically, obviously, one of the most talented in the country, but mentally today, he has got to be sharp.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Thrust that arm out. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Pushes ahead. They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's fourth down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. And you don't want to start this game with two straight punts. Big third down opportunity coming here. Here comes the heat. He sacked this defense all over him. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch at the 30. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Joseph. Can't hold on in the face of the contact. They'll need a bunch on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throws to the wideout. That one just came off his hand badly. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. In the den of the crowd, here's Joseph. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. The Badgers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Searching for space. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. This offense has been stagnant so far. 1-2-3 kick the last time they had the ball, and this time really needing to get a score. Snags a quick pass on the left. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Keeps it on the option. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. Throwing, Carr. Looking to the big tight end. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Catch is made at the 15. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. After that punt return, there is a man slow to get up. You just hope this turns out not to be too serious. First quarter, game 1, it's tough to take an injury this early. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Right side, it's Brooks.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Just got rid of that one. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Fights off a defender. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there. And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Run ends there. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Out wide right, it's Rigby. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup. The Badgers are marching down the field. Throwing Joseph. And they're not on the same page there. 2nd and long here. Looking for room, it's Jackson.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. And the Badgers will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Scoreless as we head into the 2nd quarter. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Wide receiver comes in motion. Carr. Left side, it's Mobley. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a 1st down. Pass completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Hits inside, it's Danzy. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They give it to him again. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. 3rd and 4. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Rush right in his face. Complete downfield. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Right side, it's Flanagan. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Carr on play action. Fires to the big fella. Across the 25, he's got room. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. Caught on the RPO. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Quarterback will keep it. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1. Sends it back in motion. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. Now looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. And here's the return. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going, down 3-0. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Joseph. They're all over him. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. Long way to go on second down. Out wide right, it's Rigby.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
From the gun on third down, Joseph. Got his man. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. The Badgers decide to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Right side, it's Gilbert. Finds enough room to get it to the 21 before going out of bounds. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Keeps it himself. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. The run inside. It's Coleman Williams. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Here's Carr to throw. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Play action, Carr. Oh, pressure's coming. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Selling the fake. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. To the air, it's Carr. Lets it fly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Running inside, it's Mobley. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. Gives it. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. Before this 3rd down play, they're going to take a moment to think it over and call a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. Wisconsin stops the clock, uses its 1st timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Splits the uprights, it's good. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd. On the move from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Throwing Joseph. defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's start with the Missouri State Bears, taking on the number 8 team, the Texas A&M Aggies. And it's Missouri State sneaking out of here with an upset victory. Gonna have to see how the rankings shake up following this outcome. And that's now victory number 1 on the season. Hey, every journey begins with a first step, and this team will bask in the glory of this one for at least 24 hours. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football. Now back to your game in South Bend. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the home of the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Badgers start this drive as the offense looks ready to roll. They are searching for any type of answer they can find, down 6-0. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. Joseph, look out! Out wide left, it's Brooks. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Out wide right, it's Rigby. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. That leg is staying loose, already the 5th kick of the night. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. And now this offense will take the field again. Right side, it's Graham. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. He'll keep it on second down. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. And the RPO got it. At the 35, he's loose. Into the secondary. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Why not double the try total and go for 2? Running the red zone, it's Williams. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the scoring play coming on a 56-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Joseph on the play action. Out wide right, it's Coleman. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. New set of downs after the completion. Using his legs, it's Jackson. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Shakes off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They'll run the counter. Worked his way out across the 35, got it up to the 37-yard line, but still a little bit short of the line to gain. It'll be 4th down. Kick is in the air. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Turning it on! He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. They'll ride him again. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Danzy. Hopping over his man. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Under pressure. Fires quickly. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. On the way, and you betcha, a 59-yard field goal.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. He makes a fair catch, couple of steps inside his own 25 and the 23-yard line. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Throwing, Carr. Fires to the big fella. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. RPO complete. Taken down. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Quick give. It's Coleman Williams. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. We take just a minute to look at the stats as they are threatening to put this one away. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Now on the counter. Sweet cut there. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Throws it off the RPO. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. Notre Dame comes to the line that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Williams. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long. Left side, it's Gilbert. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Notre Dame facing a third and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Carr. Right side, it's Danzy. He's not quite going to make it to the marker. They'll spot it at the 37, and now a decision on fourth down. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. So this offense has done nothing. No points on the board, and right now it's just about trying to save face. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing Joseph. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
Man, and the defense comes up with the sack, and this is the day. This is honestly not what we expected. We expected this to be a high-flying offense. You know, this trigger man is usually really, really on top of things. This is a day he would love to forget.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Joseph from the gun on third down. Rush is on. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. And the Badgers send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch at the 35. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Here come the Irish back on offense. So your defense has done yeoman's work. The idea, don't make any... Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Just about the time the quarterback got the snap, that dude was in his mustache.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry in the backfield. Got him to the ground before he could even think about getting the laces and trying to get the ball out of his hands.
They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. They'll send the tight end in motion. Out wide left, it's Gilbert. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Finds his big tight end. That'll be enough for a first down as he crosses the 50 and gets it to the 48. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give is to Williams. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Left side is Gilbert. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Using his feet. That slides a little early and short, and now it's going to be 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Maybe one notch of adrenaline too much on the punt there. It hits about a yard deep in the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Working the ground game. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. The Badgers Badgers want to move quickly.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Joseph to throw for it on 4th. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Looking for running room. He is pushed out of bounds at the 19-yard line. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Rid of it on the RPO. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. From the gun, it's Mobley. Runs through the tackle. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Out wide left, it's Gilbert. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And the stomping has commenced.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They have got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They tried to get the wall set up.
All right, at 27-0 with only 1:52 left. I think Notre Dame's got it in hand, so we'll go ahead and put in the backups here.
Job to give his offense some breathing room. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Powers through the defender. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. Got enough for the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls it on the option. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a 1st down just outside the red zone. Joseph. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. 2nd and long here. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Fires toward the end zone. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Again, it's Joseph. Got his man. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer.
Receiver talking crap after scoring a touchdown to put him down 20 on the last play of the game.
On the scoreboard, it's not over yet, but this is a good sign, man. They got the positive momentum. See if they can build on this, even though we're in the fourth quarter.
And despite this point being relatively meaningless, I suppose it could carry value for some. So the extra point is good, but it is of little consequence as this game is over. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.
So the Badgers are able to get in the end zone on the last play of the game against Notre Dame's second string. But overall, the third-ranked Fighting Irish pretty much dominate this game. The final score ends up being 27-7 thanks to that last-second touchdown from Wisconsin. Looking at the team stats here, Notre Dame had the edge in first downs, 15-9. Total offense, 315 to 166. A lot of those 166 coming on that final drive for the Badgers. Rushing yards, Notre Dame had a 1-yard edge there, 80-79. Passing yards, Notre Dame had a significant edge, 235 to only 87 for Wisconsin. Third down conversion percentage, Notre Dame had the edge 38% to 16%. Turnovers, neither team had a turnover, and time of possession battle was won by Notre Dame by about 9.5 minutes. Looking at the players' stats, C.J. Carr from Notre Dame finishes 24 of 27. Incredible efficiency there. 235 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. For Wisconsin, Colton Joseph finishes 13 of 26 for 87 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Leading rusher for Wisconsin turns out to be Abu Sama III, 7 carries for 37 yards for him. For Notre Dame, they were led by Aeneas Williams, 16 carries for 75 yards for him. Leading receiver for Notre Dame, Micah Gilbert has a big game, 8 catches for 109 yards and 2 touchdowns. For Wisconsin, they were led by Chris Brooks Jr., 5 catches for 32 yards for him. Leading blocker was a 3-way tie for Wisconsin. Kevin Haywood, Blake Cherry, and Brian Jackson II all have 2 pancakes. For Notre Dame, they were led by Charles Jagusaw with 9 pancakes. Defensive leaders for the Irish, they were led in total tackles. It was a tie between Drake Bowen and Jalen Sneed, each with 6. Tackles for loss, we had 5 different guys had 1 to tie for the team lead. Sacks, Drake Bowen and Elijah Hughes each had 1 to tie for the team lead, and no interceptions for the Irish. For the Badgers, no interceptions. Thomas Heiberger and Cooper Catalano each had 1 sack to tie for the team lead. Catalano led the team in tackles for loss with 3, and Javon Robinson led the team in total tackles with 12. Kicking stats for Wisconsin, no field goals attempted, but Gavin Lahm made his only extra point attempt. For Notre Dame, Spencer Porath made all 4 of his field goals with a long of 59, and then he was 1 of 1 on extra points. Punting for Notre Dame, Jasper Skyfe had 4 punts for an average of 44.7 yards per punt. For Wisconsin, Chase Venable had 8 punts for an average of 44 yards per punt. Kick return for the Badgers, Freddie Coleman had 3 returns for an average of 21.6 yards per return. Zion Carney had 2 returns for an average of 14.5 yards per return. And Jalen Domingo had 2 returns for an average of 14 yards per return. For Notre Dame, no kickoff returns at all for them. Punt returns for the Irish, Kedron Young had 4 returns for an average of 8.2 yards per punt return. And for Wisconsin, Zion Carney had 3 returns for an average of 6.3 yards per return. Looking at the scoring summary, no scoring in the first quarter. In the second quarter, the Irish got a pair of field goals from Spencer Porath, 1 from 34, 1 from 45, and they led 6-0 at halftime. The third quarter, Notre Dame gets a 56-yard touchdown pass from C.J. Carr to Micah Gilbert, and then Aeneas Williams gets the 2-point conversion. And then they get a 58/59-yard field goal from Spencer Porath to make it 17-0 going into the fourth. In the fourth, the Irish add another field goal from Porath from 53 yards out, and then they get an 8-yard touchdown pass from C.J. Carr to Micah Gilbert. Wisconsin finally scores on the last play of the game as Colton Joseph finds Zion Carney from 7 yards out. That gives you your final score of number 3 Notre Dame 27, Wisconsin 7. This game that should have taken place at Lambeau Field here in my dynasty had to take place at Notre Dame because I started the dynasty before they had the update that added Lambeau Field. So we're just going with it. Look at this. We've got a scheme guru unlocked for Notre Dame. And the headline from the game says home field advantage at Lambeau. The Notre Dame Fighting Irish are now 1-0 after defeating Wisconsin, we'll say, at Lambeau Field. The highlighted players were Cooper Catalano for Wisconsin and Micah Gilbert for Notre Dame. See, Notre Dame led in literally everything, just barely in rushing yards, but a significant edge in everything else. And that's how they got the win. We have just one more game in week 1, another Sunday night game as number 24 Louisville takes on Ole Miss in Nashville, it looks like. So that will be coming your way next. 2 ranked teams hooking up there. But from, we'll say, Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, even though in the game it was really played at Notre Dame Stadium, the 3rd ranked Notre Dame Fighting Irish get the win over Wisconsin 27-7, and we will see you next time.